Sunday, everybody. Listen, it is a new week. Last Weekend Recap was super fun. I hope you guys enjoyed the 4th of July edition of Weekend Recap. I did not vlog the rest of the week though, because it was basically just Bible study and that was it. But it's a new week now and we are starting over. So let's talk about House of Hope Atlanta this morning. Praise and worship was, it was killing, man. As always, every single week. The praise they sang Always You by Kira Daffin. Darius led that one. That was a vibe.
Hey, say Jesus, it was always you. Is that your testimony? Jesus, it was always, it was the one back. Hey, you are the one right. God still goes. You are the one back. You are the one right.
And then my girl Jasmine Walton, she sung In This Room by Keelante Gavin for worship. The moment she started singing, I already knew that she was just about to just tear it up. So
King of Kings is in this room. We bow down and worship you. The King of Kings is in this room. Be enthroned with all praise. Forever you are. Forever you are. Forever you are. Forever you are. Say Jesus. Yes you are. Jesus. Yes you are. Jesus. Yes you are. Jesus. Yes you are. Say here. Yes you are. Say here. Yes you are. Say here. Yes you are.
and then after praise and worship, Pastor Smith came back and he started singing Welcome Into This Place. And then Greg Kirkland took over that song a little bit at the end and it was perfect. And that song, it was so good. But like the next thing that caught me was when they started singing When the Saints Go to Worship. Lawrence Flowers just started singing that song and oh my goodness, it was so full of worship.
Desire to abide in the praises of your people. So we lift our hands as we lift our hearts, as we offer up this praise unto your name.
You're the king and you're invited to come in.
He took that thing out with a praise break and it was amazing. Pastor Smith is doing a sermon series for the month of July for Sunday morning service and Bible study.
God will allow you to have certain things that you think you want, but protect you long enough to make it turn out for a purpose that you couldn't even imagine. Don't base the essence and purpose based on people in your life. The purpose of God supersedes all that. I want to pray with you today because I know it's rough out here.
The way that Pastor Smith preaches, his deep study, excuse my voice, y'all. His deep study in the Word proves not just his understanding of the Bible, but make sure that we understand as well, and the Word. And I absolutely appreciate, respect, and adore that about Pastor Smith. As far as my church goes, church is work, honey. We worked today. Today was literally a production. My hands were literally moving the entire time before we got started and throughout the entire service. So yeah, it was all hands on deck. It has been a great day. Hopefully it's going to be a great rest of the week. And if you've seen the most recent weekend recap, then you understand exactly what I'm talking about. Another thing I have to mention before I get out y'all's way for today is this week is Stellars Week. For those of y'all who have no clue in the world what the Stellars are, it's basically the greatest night or the biggest celebration for gospel music. It is the first gospel music awards show in the country to honor gospel artists, writers, industry professionals, all of that stuff. So this weekend coming up, in Atlanta, Friday and Saturday, is the Stellars. I am so excited and so excited to hear who's winning this year. I have a vlog coming out in August talking about how music has changed my life, and y'all know that the most prominent genre for me is gospel. I will forever, hands down, support gospel music, period. I voted for my people for the Stellars, so I'm excited. This past year, gospel music has really been on fire with some amazing artists, producers, choirs, writers, so much more. So like the actual Stellar Awards don't come on TV until like 3 weeks later, but I am very, very looking forward to seeing my people this weekend. I also told y'all last week in recap that James Fortune is releasing new music this weekend too, and I am so ready. The song Joy is available when you pre-order the album, and it is a whole bop. Listen, it makes me smile every time I listen to it. The first time I heard it though, I did cry because that is literally my life story. But until then, I do have STEM camp this week, so that will keep me busy. So it's going to be a whirlwind of activity. Good morning, y'all. It is day one of STEM camp. We have not left the house, and we need to because we're going to be late. But you know, I'm usually the person who wakes up late, but we're still early. And my mom actually woke up late, and that's the reason why we're going to be late. So, but if the weather permits outside, I want to talk to you guys later about something coming up, so stay tuned. I'm back from STEM camp, and listen, I am completely wiped out. Yesterday was such a good day, but it was also filled with a lot of, you know, just time-filled activities. My mom redid my hair last night, if you guys didn't see this morning, so she did that, and by the time I got in bed it was like 2 a.m. and then I had to wake up at 7:40, so I only got like 5 hours of sleep. So yeah, that's why my eyes look barely open. So we are back at home now. This is my rejuvenation time. Both of my parents are out the house, which is perfect because it's quiet and I can eat something, and yeah, but I am not going to take a nap because even though I'm very tired, because it's going to mess me up tonight. My sleep schedule is already messed up. And it's been messed up since my scoliosis surgery. So yeah, it's just a repeating cycle. And then the pandemic made it worse. And yeah, and even like with school in session 2, like this past freshman year, I rarely went to bed on time. So yeah. But it is almost 4 o'clock right now. But from 5 o'clock to 6:15, 6:30 maybe, I have some work to do. And then Uncle James Fortune is going live tonight for Fortune's Live Talent, which is at 7 p.m., which I know is going to be really, really special, especially because it is Stellar's week. And then while I'm watching that, I'm going to redo my nails and have a little bit more of me time. By the time that ends, the show ends, I'll be taking a shower and off to bed and all that stuff. So I'm going to get more sleep tonight. Okay, but let's talk about something real quick. And then I'll talk with you guys again tomorrow about something else. So like 13 days from today, July 11th, is my 6th ministry anniversary. So basically Sunday, July 24th is my 6 years in ministry anniversary. And the celebration is going to be here on YouTube and on Instagram and Snapchat and TikTok. All of my social media platforms. There's going to be some type of celebration going on everywhere that you see me on social media. Y'all are not missing out on anything, I promise. To be honest, like, now that I think about it, like, especially after church yesterday, now that I think about it, and the closer it gets to 6 years, I'm really excited to celebrate myself and my journey. And I know that sounds so weird and so selfish to say celebrating me, but listen, if y'all really like were on this journey from the get-go, like 6 years ago up until this point now, and you face the exact same things as I have, y'all can understand how proud that I am of myself, and you'd understand how proud you'd be of yourself in this position. You know, the things that I have either worked through, and worked past is a true testament to my strength, especially starting out very young in ministry, especially like at the age of like 9 or 10. And y'all know that there's parts of my life that I share, like church, ministry, a little bit of my family and friends, and my scoliosis surgery journey, but there are sometimes things that y'all don't even know the half about, you know, on each of those separate experiences. And I talk about the struggles enough to be transparent with y'all. I'm transparent enough not to call names or put people on blast, because, you know, I don't share stuff to get attention, unlike some people do, you know. But for me, I share because I try to inform, advocate, and, you know, at the same time respect people's privacy, because some way or another, whatever struggle in my life that happens has something to do with another person. And I hope this also doesn't come across as selfish or arrogant either. But at this point in ministry, I really don't care who isn't gonna celebrate, you know, because I know what I do, I know what I have done, and I know that I know when I could have given up, and it's too many times to count. And I know that I'm good at what I do. And I know that virtual church wouldn't happen if I wasn't in this position, literally. And I do appreciate my amazing auntie and uncle squad who is like so supportive of me, and because they understand the magnitude of what it is that I do for church and ministry and all that. So this for me is a major accomplishment that I will be celebrating, period. No matter what. Starting out in ministry for me was difficult, especially in a sense when you are trying to work past people's expectations of you already as a PK, yet try to find your own voice within God's will being in ministry. And people don't understand that being a PK and being in ministry are two completely different things, even though they do go hand in hand. I cannot believe it's been almost 6 years. That it's just crazy. Like, just go, like, this was really like the main event that just really started the domino effect of the past 6 years. So it is a journey that has greatly humbled me. I'm thankful for it, you know, and that I get to do what I love. And so, yeah. But just thinking and reflecting, and, you know, it's been a wild roller coaster, but I definitely will say that it has tested me in a lot of areas of my life that I otherwise wouldn't have had been tested in, if that makes sense, you know, if I wasn't in a church environment growing up or in ministry. So it has its ups and downs, but I know who I'm doing this for and what I am working towards. And that is the reason why I am able to do what I do. So I told y'all that I would come back. Happy Tuesday. I found a new way to vlog without using my hands. Hallelujah, praise God. Because sometimes I be getting out here and it be hot, and the last thing I want to do is hold a camera but you know, I be coming out here because it's vlog time, so you know, I do what I do. But anyways, Fortune's Live Talent last night was bananas. I mean, incredible. Just know that when I say FLT, it's Fortune's Live Talent for short. But like I said, it was incredible last night. It was basically a celebration for James Fortune's new album coming out this weekend, because y'all know it's Stellar's week. Uncle James and Uncle Ike, as always, they cut up every single time on FLT. I think it had a lot to do with the fact that Uncle Ike made it open mic night. So basically anyone can come on and do or whatever, and like, you necessarily didn't have to have an audition like before to be on the show. I think from the beginning Uncle James was a little bit hesitant about it, so anybody that DM'd Uncle James could come on and sing, you know, do whatever, because it's a talent show, period, but mostly they come on there to sing. And I think once people started coming on, I'm convinced that Uncle Ike started regretting that decision from the beginning. So it was great comedy. It was hilarious. My favorite worship leader and my favorite singer ever, Mignon, went live. She went live like 5 or 6 times because she was at the birthday party for Zebulon Ellis, and she was going live every time another artist came up, and she also had to sing at the birthday party too. And she did a mic toss with Leandria Johnson because she was singing Deliver Me. When I say it was crazy, when Mignon was singing Deliver Me this time, it made me flash back to when she went viral in December 2020 for singing the same song but at West End SDA in Atlanta. And since then, I mean, like, her whole social media just like shot up. So yeah, so I was live hopping last night between 4 different lives. So I wanted to share something. This past weekend was highly emotional for me. This was Saturday, so this was before I started vlogging for this weekend recap. So basically, one of my best friends, who I call my little brother, moved away this past weekend, and he's only younger than me by 16 days, but I still get a kick out of being the oldest. So but y'all have seen him most definitely in vlogs and different things like that, so y'all have seen him before. But if you know me, the people in my life are truly God sent. Like, these are people that are my dream friends, like people that I pray to God for, you know, in this season of my life and for the rest of my life, you know. And so this was obviously a huge change for the both of us, you know, because he's moving away from everything that he ever knew and everybody that he loved. And so for me, it's also going to be different because out of our circle, it's me, him, and then 3 other girls. So it's 4 of us girls and just him. So I'm the oldest. We were both the oldest. And we have like this sibling squad, if you will. All of the girls except me have single working parents. So with me having both parents from the beginning of my life, and my parents having a very, you know, strong and loving marriage, up until this point in my life, they look up to me because of how I was raised, because they necessarily didn't get the things that I get, you know, with having a functional household, if you will. So now it's just going to be me and the girls without our brother. Me and my brother, our friendship began in 2018, our first year of middle school, and just in 4 fast years, you know, we've went through a lot together, a lot of life changes individually, but still yet together in some sort of way and fashion. Tears, smiles, heartbreak, excitement, all of that. And for me, this is the first time, like, I've become close to someone for real and then they move away, you know. I'm definitely navigating this change as best as I know how, because, you know, certain people over time in my life have like moved away and it's like, okay, I'll see you when I see you, you know. But like with my brother, it's different because we were like this, so it's a lot different. I am glad that we are still keeping our bond regardless of the distance. We said the distance is not going to, the distance is going to change, but our bond isn't. And so I think it's gonna hit harder for me in August when I go to school and he's not there. I know it's gonna be weird. And every single time that or the first part of class, we would hug each other, and then before going home, we would hug each other. That was our thing. Like, we got in our 2 hugs a day. And depending on the schedule, sometimes 1, but we still got it in. And my brother told me, he said, I'm gonna have to make new friends and meet new people, but they will never replace y'all. And man, I just started bawling. So this is a new beginning for me, my brother, my friend group, all of us, you know. At this point in my life, I thought the roller coaster would just slow down a little bit, but no. It's moving with high speed and I'm holding on, y'all. My life is literally a theme park. Every season is just a new ride. So it's time to get off this old ride and get on a new one all over again. Hey y'all, it's Thursday. I skipped Wednesday yesterday because I was busy doing things, so I didn't really vlog, but it's a really exciting day, gearing up for Stellar's weekend coming up tomorrow, starting tomorrow, and then tonight, well, technically tomorrow, you know, if you want to be technical, at midnight, Uncle James Fortune's new album comes out. I am so excited. I've already pre-downloaded the album, but I'm ready for all tracks to be available. I am so excited. I cannot wait. It's gonna be good. And of course, I'm gonna tell you guys all about it when it drops tomorrow. Listen, it is a great day, obviously, because y'all know that it is officially Friday, which means it is the album release day for James Fortune's new album. Oh my goodness, I'm fixing to dissect the entire album in a minute, but that album, listen y'all, it is hitting harder than my mental capacity can handle. It's just So first things first, tonight begins the Stellar Awards, well, at least the pre-show of the Stellar Awards, which Pastor Mike Jr. and Evie Anderson are hosting tonight, and I am so excited and ready to hear the winners. I know that Pastor Smith, E. Dewey Smith Jr., is performing at the pre-show tonight. James Fortune, Keelante Gavin, Jason Nelson, Daryl Walls, Miranda Curtis, Maverick City, and Marvin Sapp go tomorrow for the actual show. And then, of course, tomorrow night for the actual show, Jacqueline Carr and Kiera Shear Kelly are hosting the Stellar Awards for 2022. So, y'all, let's talk about this new album, My Life, the new James Fortune album. Y'all, the whole package, every song on this album lyrically equalizes the title name of this album. Like, each song has something to do with my life, and that's why I love James Fortune's music, because it's relatable. And I'm fixing to go through each song and tell you guys what I love about it and the certain lyrics that stood out to me and all that sort of thing. So, and I'm also not going in order of the track list, FYI. Number 1, Joy. That's just, it's a hype song, man. Like, it makes me happy every single time I listen to it. That was the single for this entire album. Like I said, it makes me smile so hard every time I hear this song. Ever since it was released, I have played it every day. It is like the first song I play every day. It is the theme song of my life. The one part that gets me every single time is the part where it says, got me smiling through the pain, dancing in the rain, got my mind blown. That line alone, y'all have no clue how much pain I've smiled through on camera and off camera. So that part definitely hits deep for me. I mean, an automatic one, Never Let Me Down. I mean, come on, y'all. And that was my 2021 theme song for that year. And it's just the theme song of my life in general. You know, I've been repeatedly let down by, the fam bam over and over, but, because when you're related to people, you can't necessarily escape that. But this song has always been a reminder to me that it doesn't matter what other people don't do, God will never let me down. So that's one of my favorite songs. Okay, this one really got me. All I Want live version. This song was originally on the Dream Again live album, which was the album before this one, actually, back in like 2020, 2019, around that time. And when I saw All I Want on the track list this time, I was like, this could not be more perfect. Like, whenever I am crying, like, this is the first song I play all the time. The part where Uncle James says, if I lose anything else, God, please don't take your love away. I am back home and I wanted to change out of that shirt, so I'm back. So back to reviewing the track list. Number 4, My Life, the song on the album. The part where it says, I just believe my life still means so much to God. Whew, y'all, I have been through a lot. Like, I cannot tell you how many times I wanted to just shut everything down because of people who just... people, period. And it's like, sometimes for me, being a good person backfires. But that line and the whole song is just a true reminder that I am still valuable to God. And that's the greatest feeling that I could ever have, especially for the kind of life that I live. Now, number 5, We Serve, with James Fortune featuring one of my favorites, Mignon Sarton. So y'all know that this song is a good one, and I'm not just saying that because my favorites are on there, but it is literally a bop. When the music started playing, literally while I was listening to the whole album, I was literally just like this. I was sitting in bed last night listening to the whole album for the first time, and I'm like, okay, Mignon really came to that studio and cut up on James Fortune's album like that, slinging oil all over that song. It's too much. Oh, this one is special. Number 6, Wait on You by James Fortune, of course, featuring JoJo Martin and Isaac Curry, featured on this song. Y'all, the sentiment of the lyrics in this song is so... I don't really have the adequate words to describe this song. There is none. You just have to listen to it to understand. Now, number 7, Last Word. Oh my goodness. The intro caught me off guard, y'all. Like, it was an organ and a bunch of churchy runs, and then it dives straight into this beat. And I'm like, hold up. I had to rewind because I was not ready. That's a good one. I love that one. And it's a reminder, like, no matter what other people say, God always has the last word. Number 8, this one is pretty special to all of the day ones with James Fortune. If you want to, he did it this time with Pastor Mike Jr. and Zacardi Cortez. This is the song that you want to play at the church festivals and all that stuff. So I knew what this was all about too, because James Fortune has actually put this on 2 of his previous albums before, so it's a bop. That's why I said that the day one James Fortune fans know what I'm talking about. So literally at the end of listening to this album, what I got from James Fortune was literally a therapy session in musical form. Like, I'm completely speechless. They would post snippets on their story of them working on the songs in the studio a little bit. But y'all, it does not compare to the full thing. This is a no skip album, okay? I didn't skip any song. And this is weird to me because on certain albums, I have favorite songs, and then I have those songs, that I just don't really fool with too much, but I listen to it. But on this album, I love all of the songs on there. I literally had to take 30 minutes to calm down because I was just so full of emotion. This album is musically and vocally appeasing, but it yet still conveys a main message of, your life still matters to God. That's like the main idea of this whole album. And then that it's like an essay. It's like that's the main idea, and then your evidence is all of the songs and the lyrics and the story with each of those songs that proves that point about, you know, how your life means a lot to God. I will be posting and promoting today on my story. Y'all know I love good gospel music, and this is it for me right here. People have been making it so lit that it is #1 on iTunes for gospel Christian music. It's called Supporting Gospel Music. Get on my level and go download and purchase My Life, the new album by James Fortune. Last night was the pre-show for the Stellar Awards. I kept up with everything that was going on all day yesterday with the festivities and things like that. And a lot of my favorite gospel artists went to several Stellar Awards weekend events. So I got to kind of catch up on everything, a little bit of everything. And I also kept up with the Stellar's Instagram page and found out some of the winners from the Stellar's pre-show. I'm so excited about this because some of my favorite people actually won last night. And I have to talk about this. And this person that I mentioned has to be first. And that would be the one and only E. Dewey Smith Jr., who won New Artist of the Year. New Artist of the Year, y'all. That is huge. Now, when I saw the announcement, you know, I wasn't even in shock. Like, I already knew. I was like, Pastor Smith is going to get that one. No doubt. That's his all the way. So it's just great to see my people win. Another person that won, who's one of my favorites, is Pastor Mike Jr. He won Contemporary Male Artist of the Year, Contemporary Album of the Year, Inspirational Performance of the Year, and Album of the Year, and 2 other Stellars that I don't have the categories for. But anyways, Pastor Smith Jr. total has won 6 Stellars. Let's go. And then the last one was Keelante Gavin, who won Traditional Album of the Year. Yes, sir. Let's get it. You know, enough said. These men are truly deserving of Stellar Awards and appreciation for their contribution to gospel music. And oh my goodness, that is so exciting. I love gospel music so much. It has just been so influential on my life. So thanks for basically coming along this week and, you know, basically hearing me talk all week about my love for gospel music and, you know, all that stuff. Of course, I wouldn't leave you guys hanging, so I'm going to give you Sunday, and then it'll be the end of this very, very, very long, probably already 40-minute weekend recap. Let's talk about the Stellars show last night. Everyone looked so good. It was like literally unbelievable. Like everybody was posting the red carpet last night and going live a little bit. And I felt like I was there too, because everybody was literally just posting pictures and videos and lives on the red carpet. So I felt like I was there. Now, an added bonus that I definitely was not expecting, especially because the Stellars are going to be on TV the first Sunday of August, somebody actually recorded a whole minute in their story of James Fortune's performance in their story. And I saw it because my favorite singer, Mignon, sings with James Fortune, and she got tagged in the story. When I say they killed it, oh my goodness, I literally was not expecting any snippets at all because, you know, like they're saving all that for television. But, you know, somebody, you know, crept in that sneak peek and I was like, yes, yes. And I was just jumping up and down and I'm like, that's Mignon, she gonna be on the Stellars. Y'all don't understand how like influential gospel music has been on my life. Like seriously, y'all don't even get it. And I've been talking about it all week, but like just seeing my people win, seeing the people who have influenced my life, seeing them be on a big stage like that that is so special to me. Like, oh my goodness. Okay, now we got to talk about church today because, oh my word, I'm just completely speechless because House of Hope Atlanta did that today. Like, praise and worship was wild, man. Like, yeah, that was a good one right there. Lawrence Flowers sang You're Doing It All Again by Todd Delaney, and whoa, that thing shot like a rocket. Do you hear me? The vocals, the band, that thing went out of here. Like, my good Lord. Let me show y'all what I'm talking about.
You keep on going and going. 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 Thank you for doing it again. Thank you for doing it again.
And then for worship, they sang Agreed by J.J. Harrison featuring my favorite singer and worship leader, Mignon Sarton. So, of course, you know, with her just already leading that song in general, of course she's going to lead the song, you know, for House of Hope Atlanta, too. So, yeah.
I could never repay you, yeah, but I'm sure gonna praise you. Everybody say, but I'm sure gonna praise you.
And even though she's sung, you know, Agreed like 50 million times before this one, like, the way that she just vocally ministers is just different every single time. You know, it's never the same. And I love, love, love that. And so once they were done singing that, the band started playing Above All, the song Above All, and the praise team started singing, and I was like, oh my goodness. And like, you know, if you go back and see the footage and you look closely, like, some of the musicians were singing with the praise team as they were singing it, you know. And I just love that, where like the whole team is just worshiping together. Like, oh, I'm a worship freak, y'all. So I live for genuinely pure worship moments, you know. Like, it's unexplainable. Watch this, y'all. Like, how in the world are you supposed to describe like that moment? You know, it's just, it's insane. And I just love them so much. But then my feet got real light too, because the praise break, they had two praise breaks, but the first break, man, that thing right there, my feet was light. Do you hear me? I feel like this was the best service all summer. And of course, Pastor Smith's sermon was so good. He's still on the sermon series for this month. And one of the things that he said was, love is an unconditional commitment to an imperfect person. And I just thought that that was a really, really good point in the sermon. And then they had a praise break at the end. I mean, the band just started playing like out of nowhere. And it was just a praise break. And then it went into communion. And then the outro song, You Are the Living Word, Fred Hammond. And that was a wrap. Like, that was good. Like, that was a really, really good service. Like, to be legit honest. My church was amazing today. It was really, really good as always. So yeah, and I am also working on some different things for church. I just got finished wrapping up some things, so I'm super excited to share that with you guys pretty soon. But yeah, it's just been a great week. Thank you for tuning in to this very long weekend recap and, hearing me talk like every single day this week. Hopefully, like I did last time with the Stellars, I can post like little snippets and then talk about it, and different things and things that I liked and loved and all that stuff. The upcoming weekend recap episodes will be a lot shorter than this, a lot more structured in less time. So, like under 25 minutes. This one was just scattered and, all my gospel music lovers understand. So this was basically for you. But I love y'all, and I hope you all have a great week, and I will see you soon.